What? Oh my god. I didn't even realize that that's what it was showing. It can only be one. All right.
Is it a good thing? Probably not. Is it a
Probably
bad
not.
thing? Not really.
All right. So I got. Do you want to continue what we were talking about?
What about how Ubisoft is basically just a realm reborn of companies? I mean, like here's the thing too, is that that's not blatantly calling Ubisoft like a bad company. That's just saying that okay, look, this is your realm reborn moment. Like you got a good start. All right, now you need to capitalize on it. You got a good formula. And then again, just like you said, it's the fucking equivalent of giving you unflavored slop and then just forcing it down your throat. And they're just saying, yeah, you like that, don't you? And you're like, no, I don't. But they can't understand you because you're just like, oh, so fucking full right now.
It's like, yeah, we're just gonna keep shoveling like untextured, unflavored oatmeal down your throat, and well, there's nothing else that you can have that fills that particular like need that you want. So there's nothing else for you to do. It's like I want
Well,
a
it
good
blows my mind.
I want a good Assassin's Creed. Where am I gonna get in a game like Assassin's Creed? Like unless you play like what, like Shadow of War or like Sekiro, I think maybe like that's like the closest that you're gonna get.
No, bro, that's the funny thing too, is I mean, but that's like Middle Earth 2 was an upgrade in every single regard of the word. And
Uh huh.
then they took the story was still there, but the gameplay mechanics and the one system that I wish that Warner Brothers would just give up, which they don't because they still have a fucking patent on it. The I'm gonna say this right now. The thing that would revolutionize gaming is if Warner Brothers would just get rid of the patent for the fucking revenge system or whatever that's called, the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
Because that shit was perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna say that. Like
the
that
fucking patent to that is such a waste.
it is 100% it is because they're like, oh, we're gonna make stuff out of this. Okay, well, you tried to make that Wonder Woman game. How did that go for you?
Ugh.
Oh, it didn't go for you? Okay, that's fine. Maybe you'll do something else, man. Maybe you'll make something else that's surprising and fun. Oh,
Man.
you went out of business and you shut down the company that made that system. Okay, I guess we're not gonna see that in anything ever again.
Anything.
I'm so excited.
Like, and technically, Ubisoft kind of had their own version of it, but it just never amounted to anything. It's like it's all
No,
right,
exactly.
but like it's once again one of those things where it's like you want it to be better, but they physically can't make it better. That like because of the patent. If they start trying to do that, then it's like they're infringing on the patent. I'm like, so yeah, this is one of those things where it's like how much is that actually being an actual limitation on like on other things that we don't know about? I mean, like it can't be that much because like there's other games that are doing exactly what Ubisoft should be doing, and they just don't have the balls to do it. Like Ubisoft was one of the better companies in late 2000 early 2010s. That's what we were kind of saying is that I think the thing right now with Ubisoft that like hits the nail on the head for me is that they just don't have any fucking balls. They have the
They're a bunch of fucking
IP,
pansies.
they have the IP, they have the team, they have the talent behind them to like make some great games, but they just don't have the balls to take risks. They just don't have it. Even when they're making new IPs, they somehow don't have the balls to like actually make it stand out. Instead, it's the same Ubisoft shit that you get in any other Ubisoft game, but it has a different coat of paint.
Yeah, yeah. Hey gamer, you look hungry, you fat piece of shit. You wanna eat some more slop?
You want
Like, does
another
that sound
80 to
delicious to you?
you want another 80 to 100 hour game experience that you're just that's gonna keep you
Like,
entertained.
yeah, like they're just talking dirty to you, but it's like you feel uncomfortable. Like you're not even attracted to it. You're just like, no, I really don't want that. And they go, oh yeah, I bet that is what you fucking want. It's like, no, I don't.
Remember, you're gonna have to go into the microtransaction store for a single player game if you want to get a faster XP
Oh,
boost.
oh, you working 9 to 5? Oh man, that's unfortunate. You want to experience the game before everybody else spoils it? All right, let's just take advantage of you and just, you know, give you a microtransaction story so you can catch up and read the rest of the story. Doesn't
Like
that sound so
legit,
good?
legitimately, does anybody get entertained by these long ass single player campaigns that Ubisoft puts out for that long?
No,
Like,
nobody
like,
does.
because like I played Valhalla and I played what was it, Odyssey, and like they're fun mechanically, but like the shit that you're doing in those games is like the worst
Mm.
part of any Assassin's Creed game that I played, to where it's just like busy work. It's just nothing but busy work. And like it's fun in its own right, but like can it sustain me playing this game for that long before I get to another part of the story that keeps me actually invested? No, not really. Like I'll play it for a while and then I'll slowly burn out on it and then I just never launch the game again. Which is what happened with Odyssey. Like I was invested for a while, and after the fifth or sixth base that I took over without needing to like play the rest of the game, I was like, eh. Once I've done it once, I've done
And
it a billion times.
yeah, and it's fucking stupid, man. Like
Why why is Ubisoft so
you
focused on making huge open worlds? That was the thing that I was talking to like Shinku. Like when we played Division 2, right? Do you know that game is open world? As in like a giant open map? Can you explain to me why the game needs that? Like, would you be able to like justify why the game needs to have an open world map?
can you justify that? Like can you legitimately, like, I'm not even like asking you to like agree with us. I'm just saying, like, can you give us an argument as to why that needs to exist?
Like, what does the game benefit from the massive open map that it has? What are you doing in there? What is the gameplay surrounding having an open map? Nothing. Man, that's a good. The open world is just busy work. Oh, look at our environments. I like to just walk around in circles in my games. That is a better justification than anything else I've seen. That's what I do in 14 when I'm talking to people. I just walk
Hello.
in circles, jump around. That's what the open world is for, so I can walk around in circles mindlessly. Like a fucking drone.
Oh man, nothing I love more than just mindless gaming.
Mindless gaming, you know. We're just out here. It's like I get back to it. Pan that camera around. Hell yeah. I'm a level designer, and even I feel the wasted potential of the division. It's like you can like the artists are so good at what they do at Ubisoft. Like the game looks visually great for like even for how old the game is. Like it doesn't hold up as well as like Arkham Knight, but like it stands its ground. Like it looks good. You could like there's some textures that I was looking at that you could tell like it's a bit dated, like now. But like, hey, it looks good. It holds up. I like But man, is every part of that design for that game screaming to be something else. Like this game is begging to be a different game than it is. Like every part of it. Because like the
It's not
more I play
even
what
pleading, bro.
like what part are you thinking about?
Well, it's pleading to be a different game. Like that's what it is.
It's like
I mean,
every time I play, I'm like, this would be good if it was a completely different game.
yeah, no, this game would
Just
be good if this game would be good if it was not done by Ubisoft.
like we were talking about the whole thing where it's like Division One basically was the skeleton for what the extraction shooter genre would become later on, right? And you notice how like
Ubisoft
they never
did that.
fucking they never fucking did that again. Even the DLC that added survival mechanics, they just never did that again for Division Two. And I part of me was like, why? Why don't you do the one thing that people thought was the good part of the game?
Vast as an ocean, shallow as a puddle.
I know why, because Ubisoft was like players are too toxic to fucking allow them to fucking do this shit. So they just don't do it.
No,
They
bro, that's
they
not even
just
like not appealing to the casual. Like you're still appealing to casuals. You're just making it easy. Like the reason why the extraction shooter genre thinks like everybody thinks that they're copying fucking um why they think that everybody's fucking copying Tarkov now. Nobody remembers the fact that Ubisoft was the first company to do that shit. Why is that? Because they never did anything with it. It was also very fucking approachable compared to Tarkov, which is
but
fun.
like the thing with that game is that like with Division One is that they never capitalized. They never capitalized on that idea, and they never like adapted to what the game needed to have. Because Dark Zone, the Dark Zone was cool, but like the fact that nobody was hostile until somebody shot you made it like just so binary in how it worked. Like so like there was no tension. You would just look at a guy and be like, "Ooh, is he gonna shoot me? Is he gonna do it?" And like that's all that would happen. And whoever shot first was the asshole, and that was it. That's how that game decided that. So it was missing that player tension that kind of mode needed to keep it interesting, but they can't do it because the division as like a property is supposed to be like everybody's buddy buddy with each other. They're all agents on the same team. And the only reason the Dark Zone lets you PvP is because, you know, nobody knows of what happens in there. So, you know, don't ask, don't tell with
Yeah, I'll be right back.
these faceless mute characters that just don't change or evolve as people. So, you know, that's just kind of par for the course, you know. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of what we're dealing with. Also, hey Skylar, hello.
Hi.
We're just
Oh, I didn't know you were streaming. Hold on.
my bad.
No, you're good. I'm gonna pop out then. Bye, guys.
Yeah. I've had Uma up the entire time, so that's what I've been doing. And here's the thing, like I hate talking about the division as harshly as I do because obviously I have friends that like want to enjoy the game and I don't want to rain on people's parade like if they enjoy the game because just because I don't. Like I think it's very difficult for me to explain what I don't like about it because it is just a waste of potential. And it makes it seem like I, you know, like I'm giving shit to people that do enjoy the game. And it's like, it's very tough for me to find like my line here and like not sound as harsh as I am coming across. But like, hey, I can't really help it. It's like I played the shit out of the first game. I played the shit out of a lot of early Ubisoft games. And there is nothing I despise more about that company than the fact that they have stagnated and have been releasing the same shit, and that somehow their games become good, quote unquote, when they offer a fucking base level skip that skips all of the fluff and padding that they have added to these games over the fucking years. It's like you're telling me that Ubisoft becomes good when we actually get rid of the shit that makes it take forever to get to the good part? Who would have fucking thought? Like, my god, man. Early Ubisoft was something else. Like, what the fuck happened? It's what I. Well, okay. I'm gonna be fair. Ubisoft is going through a huge amount of shit, right? The reason why. Um. The reason why their games are the way they are. I'm sorry, did my music stop? Yeah, it did. I fucking hate that my music stops sometimes. The reason why Ubisoft is where it's at. Sorry, I need to mute it for myself so that I don't get I don't lose my train of thought here. Like the stimulation is making me like lose my train of thought as I'm talking here because I'm trying to focus on my job at the same time. So it's what I said earlier. Ubisoft as a company has all the potential, all the talent in the world to be able to make these things good. But what they don't have is fucking balls to actually fucking do something with it. Like, that's all they're missing. If they just got some fucking balls and actually did shit that was actually fucking good, like they would become like the insane. Like the games that they would be making would be ridiculous. But like they don't. They just never do. And so they make these games that are really good conceptually, and like you see the potential and they just never live up to it. I got tired of waiting for Ubisoft to live up to its potential once they made like 3 to 5 different games that all looked really cool on paper, but they just never live up to the hype. Division was one of them because you look at the Division's early fucking gameplay and you cannot tell me that the game as it is now is anywhere close to what that tried to hype up. It still hasn't lived up to that trailer at all. Like, in fact, I would say the game is like nothing at all what those early trailers tried to show the game as. And they have not even tried to course correct to try and live up to that expectation, to that idea. Because that idea for what the Division is, that had balls. That was interesting. That was, to this day, I think, would have still been like a better game than what we currently have. But they just don't have the balls to fucking do it. They don't. To have like, but they want to make it look like they do. The Division will never live to that idea. The only way to live to that idea is a different developer. But that's the thing, is like basically what the Division was conceptually, if we really try to like look at it, it basically is extraction shooter, but with a little bit more like with a little bit more of an active world constantly. Instead of it being like a one and done, like you go, you die, and then you go back to base and then you keep going to different maps. It's like extraction shooter but open world map where you're on your own a lot of the time and then you link up with people as you play. And that was like the idea that they were going for. It would be really sick if like linking up with friends wasn't like I'ma just invite you or whatever. Instead it's like, no, we're just doing our own thing and we just happen to cross each other. Or we just or we have to cross like a lot of distance to try and link up every single time because of whatever it is that we're doing on our own. But like that realistically just can't happen because people are intentionally going to skip that part and just try and link up immediately and then do something instead of it being like a happenstance type of situation. And it was like it would be nice to have a more natural way of connecting with people that would just kind of happen naturally as you play. But like it just isn't gonna happen that way. People just ignore each other if they're not in an active group. They're never gonna be like, oh hey, you want to party up, but like immediately after seeing each other. It's like no, that's just not how that happens.
Let's also get one thing straight, okay? People like how Ubisoft thinks like people talk to each other. I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. Nobody talks like that in
Nobody.
games.
No.
Nobody. No, it's not a. It's not a. But I did no. Nobody does. They're like, look at all the vast, like, look at all the vast things that can happen in this video game. Wait, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
Um,
turning Nikkei on now.
look at all the vast things that can happen in this game. And look how you can like cooperate with each other. Isn't this cool, guys?
Like if you
And you
got
actually play the game and you're like, oh, it's nothing like that. Some guy just called me like the hard R bomb and like called me a bunch of other shit.
like what the Division 1 was like just an idealized version of how people like play games, and it just doesn't happen. Also, hello Adam, we're talking about the wasted
Yeah.
potential of Ubisoft right now.
Ubisoft is bad.
You can sit there and mash on Ubisoft all you like, and I'm just gonna say yes because their games are ass, their design is ass. Like you can't just take the same
No.
wide ass like design of every game and just put a new skin on and say new. Like
No,
all
so
of like I have a hatred toward anything open world from them because of what happened with Tom Clancy. And their competitive games die so fast if they don't make changes for their ADHD crowd. Also, I have a request.
Yeah.
oh, really quick. I just wanted to clarify real quick. So that's kind of the thing that we're talking about. But the thing is that like Ubisoft makes good games sometimes, but then they just never capitalize on it. Like I had the argument of that, like I had the argument that they made the Division, they
God damn it,
made
my
the
music
Darkness
stop
Zone,
again.
they made the fucking extraction shooter. They are the original creators of the extraction shooter, but they never did anything with it. It was the most approachable way to make an extraction shooter. And I will argue that till I'm blue in the face. Why does everybody think that whenever somebody makes an extraction shooter that they're just copying Tarkov? The answer is because Ubisoft never fucking did anything with the genre that they created.
You said so. No, I muted it on my end. Like so I don't hear it. So like I can do that. I can mute it independently, but then it just muted on like on its own, like on stream.
So what were you saying, Adam?
I
Sorry.
have a request of the boat for the both of you.
Okay.
Oh, you might want to mute. If it's anything
Yeah.
like that, remember Sean's
Yep.
streaming right now.
Yeah, and that's actually part of that.
Okay.
I need both brain cells.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know.
No.
Well, no.
Might wanna
Well,
mute
good.
us.
Well, what do you want me to like mute it from?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, please.
all right. Okay.
Just for
Cool.
5 minutes.
Yeah. It's done. All right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Lance. All right. Go ahead.
Hey there.
right, lads. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. So, what I miss? What I miss? Sorry that took so long. That was an important thing that needed to be discussed with everybody here. But hopefully all that stuff is resolved. Hello. What I miss? We were talking about Ubisoft. We were talking about Ubisoft for a while. But now we're probably gonna do like Nikke stuff in particular. So yeah. I think I might have to restart the stream just to like start off on Nikke real quick, because so the thing that I've been wanting to do is that I wanted to go ahead and go through making content for the game real quick and go through all the stuff I wanted to get through. But like for now, their requirements was that I had to like start the stream at the very same moment that I submitted it for their approval or whatever. And obviously the stream has been going on for a while and it wasn't on Nikke the entire time. So, you know, an easy way to game that shit is to just end the stream and then start it over. But like, you know, on Nikke from the very beginning, and then there you go. And then that's the one that I submit for them to like review. Review for what? Nikke has a creator program where they're basically asking a bunch of like content creators to make content on the game. And it could be live streams, it could be videos, it could be a lot of different stuff. And I want to throw my hat in the ring and actually try at making stuff for the game. And they have like a bunch of different like things. Like they have a bunch of support. You get rewards, additional benefits, and like creator support for the game and stuff. Um, so you know, I wanted to throw my hat in the ring and try and see if I can make some content. Because I love talking about the game in general. So I just needed to like actually set this up in a proper way. So there's two events that are happening, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start over. We're gonna start the stream over, and we're probably gonna end up submitting for, you know, for Twitch. We're probably gonna submit for Twitch, and then we're just gonna do that. Please note that a submission channel requires clicking to start the live stream. You must hang on. Please note that if the submission channel requires clicking to start the live stream, you must click Start Live button after the live stream begins to correctly record your live data. If you fail to hit Start Live correctly, you will not be able to participate in tasks. If it is a Twitch live stream, please ensure that your live room has enabled Save Live Replay and Always Publish Video on Demand features. Otherwise, the administrator will not be able to review. Okay. So, if you guys don't mind, if you, I will probably start over real quick, and we can go ahead off of that, if that makes sense. So, bear with me.